You learned independence before you learned comfort. You didn't grow up being constantly monitored, you grew up figuring things out. And somewhere along the way, you stopped expecting anyone to step in. If you're Gen X, you often carry a quiet belief, I'll handle it. But why does that feel automatic? And why is it so hard to truly rely on someone else? You were raised in a specific psychological environment. High divorce rates, 2 working parents, long hours alone after school. You became what psychologists call a self-regulating child. When emotional support isn't consistently available, the brain adapts. Instead of repeatedly signaling for help and feeling ignored, the nervous system reduces visible need. Not because you didn't need connection, but because minimizing need felt safer. Over time, that adaptation becomes identity. I'm independent, I don't need much, I'm low maintenance. But underneath that identity is a nervous system shaped by early autonomy. In attachment theory, inconsistent emotional availability often leads to avoidant patterns. Here's the mechanism. When you self-soothe instead of co-regulate, your prefrontal cortex learns to suppress emotional signals from the limbic system. Emotion arises, it gets contained, you move on. That repetition strengthens neural pathways for emotional self-containment. It's efficient, it's stable, but it can also create distance, not just from others, from yourself. Gen X also sits in a unique social position. You grew up analog, you parent digital natives, you often support aging parents. Psychologists call this role strain, chronic responsibility, without consistent emotional replenishment. Chronic responsibility increases cortisol. Cortisol keeps you vigilant. Vigilance makes relaxation harder. So even when life slows down, your body doesn't fully. But here's the reframe. You are not emotionally cold. You are adaptive, your brain optimized for self-reliance because it worked. The question isn't how to become someone different, it's how to update the wiring. Start small, practice microdependence, ask for help with something minor. Why it works: neuroplasticity rewires through new relational experiences. Each reliable response challenges the old prediction, I'm on my own. Second, name emotions out loud. Research on affect labeling shows that putting feelings into words reduces amygdala activity. You weren't raised to verbalize feelings, so even one sentence, I'm overwhelmed today, builds a new neural bridge. Third, redefine strength. If your internal schema equals strength with endurance, you will reject support automatically. But psychological flexibility, not rigid independence, is what predicts long-term well-being. Strength can include receptivity. Here's the mental model. You built armor early. It protected you, but armor is heavy. You don't have to remove it, just loosen it when you're safe. Gen X psychology isn't detachment, it's early competence shaped by context. And maybe your next growth isn't becoming tougher, it's allowing yourself to be supported without feeling weak. You've carried responsibility for decades. Maybe now you let someone carry a corner of it with you, and notice how your nervous system responds when you do.